Hey guys, welcome back. Branded Chimera, January 2024. I got my new oversleeves and my new mat. Love my Gold Pride mat, so hope you guys enjoy. We'll start off with the Chimera package. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long, guys. Just busy, haven't been consistent, but I'll try and start uploading once a week again. So with my Chimera packages, it's pretty standard. 3 Gazelle, 3 Quotal, 3 Mirror Sword Knight. This will never change for me, honestly. I think it's the minimum you have to play with 2 Berfomet. And then 1 Master Tau. Master Tau is amazing. I will never cut this card now. I realize how broken it is. And then 3 Chimera Fusion. I see some people playing 2. Me personally, I like 3. Just because I blow through at least 2 in the first combo. And I want to have more follow up for more consistency cards, of course. Still, I have 3 Branded Fusion. And still 2 Albaz. I'll never cut it down below 2. Albaz is just super important for the deck. Send this in the material to make anything. And then here's my new choices is Kit to help unbrick my hand. I have Kit, and most of the time I search out Branded in white. I like it so far because I was playing 3 openings and 1 Aliber, and I just didn't want that many extra dead cards because once I used the 1 Aliber, I was done, and then the rest of the openings were dead. At least this, I can search this, wait a turn to use it, or use it that turn, so it gives me more extension, which I really like about the running Kit. I know Kit people think is a brick, but I have not once found any problems with it, and it's searchable. And then for basically non-engine, we'll go 3 Fenrir. I was doing the Bestials like you saw before, but in this more fire-heavy format, I'm going with more Fenrir because Fenrir is just a house on legs. Like, it's a body that is super annoying and super difficult to deal with. And it put in work all day during the tournament last week, so I wouldn't change it. Then let's go 3 crossout designators. Puts in so much work going first. Simply amazing. I wasn't running it before, but now if I win the die roll, I'm just so happy I have it and 1 called by. The 4 just generic stop my opponent from hand dropping me. I freaking love it, and I wouldn't change it for anything. And then since it is getting more like fire oriented and more, I've seen just more end boards that are pretty much similar. Super Poly, I will never take Super Poly out. Super Poly is amazing. And then for my hand traps, let's go Ash first. We'll do 3 Ash. Super Poly target, or not Super Poly target, but cross out target everything. Best hand trap in the format right now, alongside 3 Imperms. And then 3 Droll and Lockbird. I think Droll is honestly super important in this format. I know I see some people saying, oh, Droll should come in and out, but I cited out in case I am going against a combo deck, but just these 9, I think, cover the whole meta right now. And I wouldn't change it. I think I love it. This is a 42 card build, and I'm super impressed with it. And my last final choice, I was running instant fusion and just more ways to negate hand traps, but then I realized I already have crossouts. I already have this. I was drawing crossout and instant fusion, so I was doing instant fusion. I already had that protection with crossout, and then just going to my combos, and then I wasn't even using the Thousand Eyes as fusion material or anything, so it didn't really benefit me as much. Whereas fusion duplication, I didn't have it during the tournament, but I wish I did. There was an instant where I literally had the game state I negated everything, and I had a Rembrandt up, and I was playing against Mandium Scareclaw, and he was comboing, and I stopped every combo. But he used the card that lets him draw one. I had the Mirror Jade. He had finally gotten rid of the Mirror Jade because I had a Fenrir, Mirror Jade, Rembrandt, and then the Chimera. Used the graveyard effects to negate everything and banished with Mirror Jade. I had Rembrandt left. He drew the droplet, and it was unfortunate. If I had this, I would have been able to fuse more and then possibly interrupt him again, and it would have stopped his turn. So I'm just super happy with this list right now. This ratio is amazing. I was playing 11 hand traps, but I think 9's fine. Like, I would, if anything, maybe cut these two. I'm not sure, but right now these are putting in so much work. Or maybe cross out down to 2 for like maybe an effect veiler and run an even 10 hand traps, but I think it's fine the way it is. This is a 42 card build, and so far I've been loving every second of it. Look at these oversleeves too. I absolutely love these oversleeves. Shout out to my buddy Andrew who sold them to me, gave them to me for a good deal, and I couldn't pass it up. I swooped them up real quick. Loved them, and they feel amazing. I love playing with them. And then this gold pride mat got at my locals. Super nice. And then we'll go into the extra deck now. I'm still opting to play 2 of this guy. There was times where I used it the first time, and then later on I was like, dang, I can rip another card out of his hand. So just having the second one helped out. And then this guy is actually the one I prefer to go into more now with Master Tao. So I'll use him, send Master Tao, get my combo fully going, and then go into this guy. That's where the second one comes in handy, and it's incredible. And I honestly don't like the other big guy. Yeah, he's a beater and everything, but I just think he's too high investment, to be honest. And I like to make it more controlling with my extra deck. 2 Guardian Chimera, of course. For the Albez stuff, I'm actually opting to run 2 Albion because he's easier to make, and I like having the dump effect by him. 1 Lubellion, 1 Mirror Jade, and then of course the Rembrandt. Actually, I'm running 2 Mirror Jades. I forgot because it came up to where I got through the one and I was able to make another one. That's why I'm running Brandon in white. And I could have made a second Rembrandt and I didn't have, or the second Mirror Jade, I didn't have it. And it cost me the game. So now I'm running a 2. And then, of course, Magnum the reliever. And then Super Poly stuff is, of course, Stapelia, Garua, and 1 Mud Dragon. 15, a solid 15. Nothing's changed. Pretty standard, honestly. I think I'm running a pretty simple extra deck. I know I was running the Baron. I love the Baron and everything, but just not now. So extra deck 2 nibs, 3 effect veilers, depending on the matchup. I can switch in and out my hand traps. 2 cosmic for back row, of course. And then I did have, there it is, Harpy's Feather Duster. I have my Kaijus in Raiden and Lava Golem actually for burn damage. I've actually had it to where I gave somebody a Lava Golem while we were close to time, ended my turn, standby phase, he's burned for 1,000, and I ended up winning the game. So I was running 3 Raidens, and he's a fiend, so I could always use him as material. And so that's my little niche. Okay, let's burn him in the last little bit, Okay, and then 2 evenly matched. And then it is 3 Druis Worm and 1 Magnemite. I am still using the Bestials on the side in case it does come up, depending on my matchups, I'll side out the Fenrir's and Drolls if the matchup goes. So like the 3 Drolls I'll get rid of for Effect Veiler. If it's a combo deck, I'll do 1 Veiler and the 2 Nibs for the Fenrir's. And then these right here I would use with like I would use 2 of these, side them in, or 2 of these, 1 of this. It all depends on the matchup, but I think it's a pretty vast. Like you got hand traps, you got your interruptions, board breakers, back row, and just tribute overall. I think it's a clean extra deck. I like it so far. It's been working out for me. I'm just trying to see where the meta goes, and I know it's going more towards like fire decks and stuff. The Fire King matchup, I have really no problem with. I 2-0'd the Fire King guy I played. I have the deck, so I know how it plays. I love it. I'm probably going to make a deck profile on the Fire Kings tomorrow because I got my Horus engine for it. I'm going to run the Horus engine more than anything else. The only thing I didn't get was MSETI because MSETI's, I know, really expensive right now. But I think I could run the deck the way it is without MSETI. Just being able to discard stuff is really nice, and sending them to the grave, unbrick my hand, and Garunix triggers while it's in the graveyard. So let's go ahead and shuffle this up and do 1 test hand. You know, I love doing my test hands and showing you guys how the deck functions. So let's go ahead and give it a nice little shuffle. Hope you guys are having a good day. My throat's a little sore, so sorry if I sound a little different. But I'm going to try and upload again more. I appreciate all the views and the likes on it. Thank you guys so much. And I'll try and bring you some live actual duels here in a minute. I'm setting it up with my buddy. Looks like I didn't shuffle very well. So let's just play it out like this because I didn't shuffle very well. But let's go ahead and normal summon Mirror Sword Knight. No interruption. We'll just say there's no interruption. Effect of Berfomet. We'll get Chimera Fusion and Gazelle. So here I would probably go Chimera fuse using these 2 just to get it in rotation. For this guy. So it'll be chain 1, chain 2, chain 3. Chain 3 will special. And then search. Search this and then dump 1. And then we'll go effect, add back, and then set 2. And that's a pretty decent turn. So then, of course, end phase, end turn, draw phase effect. We'll have a Perfomet again, but this time we're going to search Chimera Fusion, and I would search Spriggan's Kit in this situation. So standby main, yeah, they do their thing. We'll do 1 negate, 2 negates. Then they try and do something imperm, that's 3 negates. And then Chimera Fuse. 1, 2, 3. So we've had 3 negates, and now we're gonna have a pop 2, draw 1, but first It'll be chain 1, chain 2. Special this back. And then pop 2, draw 1. So that's 3 interruptions. Or 4 interruptions, I mean. And then we even have it to where we can do effect if you want to, but let's say they clear this and end their turn. So draw, because ooh, that's a nice card to draw. So draw, standby, main phase, or draw phase. I would do this effect. So we'll go for the Mythical Claws effect. Get this. Effect because we have it in the grave. I would do Chimera fuse using Albez and this. Nope. For this effect of Gazelle. At this point, we really don't need to, but deck thin. And then since we have a monster that mentions Fallen of Albez, special the kit. This is why we search the kit. Kit effect. Get branded fusion. Put back this. And then probably go branded fusion, sending. Fallen of Albez and Mirror Sword Knight. For Albion effect. Banish. Fallen, and let's do this Baphomet. For Lubellion. Lubellion effect, discarding. We'll shuffle back. One Fallen of Albez. And we'll shuffle back the Rebellion just to have it. For, of course, Mirror Jade. And then we can still Chimera Fuse using these two. Or Stapelia. And then set 2. I would honestly use end phase effect. We'll attack with all that, so effect gets branded in white. Did I already use branded in white? No, there it is. Alright, so end phase, end turn. And then draws. I would use fusion deployment. Banishing. Branded fusion. To copy it. So it's like we're branded fusioning on our opponent's turn. Do I even have any targets for it? Fallen of Albez and I don't know if I have any targets actually, so we might just want to hold off on that. If anything, I would, let's say my opponent does something. Yeah, we could do that. I would do this guy. Just special back this with no effect. Because then we could do duplication. Instead of red fusion banish, we could do this banish. So that would still be in the grave. So it is now Chimera Fusion. So we could do Chimera Fuse. We could fuse using. Well, I would wait. See what my opponent does. So let's go. I would definitely use this. So let's go. Say we did one negate, one banish. There we go. Second negate. Then use this Chimera Fusion. Yeah, I did that. Okay. So we'll fuse using 1, 2, 3. So 2 on board, 1 in hand. So 2 pops, 1 draw into an ash. Beautiful. So we've used that, use this, and then we'll ash them as well. And then, oh yeah, before we ash them, it would be Big Wings effects, just special back mirror sword slang in case they clear the board. Which at this point I don't know if they would, because then I could do mirror sword knight effect if I needed to, and go Gazelle. And then of course I would have ashed them. Draw for turn. We pretty much should have won the game by now. And then Super Poly would have just sealed the deal. Alright guys, you see this deck has a lot of gas. A lot of gas. I know it's a really mid-range deck, but I find no troubles against combo decks really. Like if you stop the combo deck pretty hard, they can go off. Like I went against the Mandian player. I respected it, the fact that I thought he had Nib. So I played under it with only 4 summons. Waited. I could have ripped a card out of his hand with the Chimera Fusion, but I didn't. And I played it on his turn to make the big Chimera guy. Fused away, had follow up, and I was able to outgrind him. Let's go ahead one more test hand, and then I will catch you guys later and upload another video here soon, probably of the Fire King deck. I know I have been saying that, but I will actually get around to getting to it this time. And I do appreciate it, guys. Thank you. So we did it going first. Let's do it going second. See what we can do going second. I would have sided in too, mind you. So let's go ahead and see what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then draw for turn. Okay, I like having that because it's a nice little scapegoat. Okay, so we'll go there. Special Fenrir. Attempt to activate Fenrir effect. See if we can bait anything. Normally they'll say no. So we'll get another Fenrir wherever he is. Let's see. There he is. So then from here, I would do probably discard this to search for Gazelle. And then normal summon Gazelle, activate effect. Let's say they try and hit me with an Imperm. We'll go call by. So Imperm we would have banished. And then on resolution, let's say they had something on board still, effect of Fenrir to banish it. That's why I like having Fenrir, because they hesitate to hand trap me. My opponent did that, and he's like, damn, I wish you didn't have that Fenrir out. Because then I proceeded to banish his monster and then kept going and eventually OTK'd him. But yeah, let's go ahead and keep going. Because from here I would go Chimera Fusion, fuse using these two. That's why I like having Master Tau. Because I make this guy more first turn than I do the hand rip guy. So it'll be 1-2, effect search. And then effect a dump. Because I already wasted my normal, or not wasted, but used my normal summon. And so I want to keep extending. So this is my normal bread and butter, what I love to do. Send Tau, Tau effect, special. And then go ahead and proceed to use Mere Sword Knight. Effect, get Baphomet effect, get this. And we'll do the kit for follow-up afterwards. So then from here, we'll do Chimera Fusion to add it back. And we could do I want to keep this kit for follow-up. So we'll just save it for now. Set 2, as much as I want to rip a card out of my opponent's hand, I would rather just play it safe right now and end my turn on that. So I would have, oh yeah, that's right, we're going second. So maybe I shouldn't end my turn on that. Okay, so we could go more. So instead of these, I forgot I'm going second. So that would have been a defense, yeah, definitely. So then I could have went Chimera Fuse, try and get more damage on board. Use 2 in hand, 1 on field. So not only did I banish 1, I'm gonna pop 1, draw 2. And then Baphomet's going to bring this back. I already used the effect, but that's more damage. So draw 2. I drew into an Imperm and a Gazelle, which is nice. So then we can attack, set. And then, yeah, that's a much better board. And then end our turn on that one. And then draw phase, of course. We'll get this, the final copies. This is why I run 3 of all of them, because look at how fast you go through them. So we'll go here, standby, main phase. They attempt to reestablish their board, effect, negate, and then effect. If there's something out, banish. So that's 2 interrupts. 3 interrupts. There's 4 interruptions right there. And then you have another Chimera Fusion to fire off, which ultimately you could do another Guardian Chimera to go 1, 2, and then 3. So pop 2, draw 1 again. So this will be the fourth interrupt after you already broke their board and they're trying to establish. So draw 1 into a super poly, which is beautiful. And then let's say they do seem to somehow out this board. You can go here, banish this, like I did against my opponent when they were trying to battle, and then he can't be destroyed by battle. And then they end their turn, draw, standby, main, super polyum, and discard one of the gazelles for Garura. And then normal summon a Spriggan's Kit, use its effect. We'll go ahead and do we'll do a Branded in white. Do I want to discard claws? No, I don't want to discard claws. I would have wanted to discard Fallen of Albaz. There we go, because then we could put claws back. And then you could do a Branded in white. That's why I love this Branded in white, because I could banish this, send this to the graveyard to get Mirror Jade, and then effective Garura to draw one. See, we've already broken their board twice now, too. And then I don't know if I have any Berfamets left, because I think I used them all. 1, 2, yeah, I did. And then you could even just do Mirror Jade effect. At this point, you should have game. And then let's go ahead and go to probably one to special that and attack. And then swing for game. Yeah, you guys can see how this can spiral out of control. Thank you guys. Enjoy and like and subscribe. Thank you.